Hi everyone, it's Katherine Skaggs, and I'm here to bring in the soul and star currents for August 2025. And we have the Lionsgate coming on 8/8, and this month is a time with the Lionsgate for a gate of remembrance. It is about radiance returning to our lives. This energy coming in is awakening codes of divine will, harmonic purpose, and radiant embodiment. So August is opening with a breath of destiny on its lips. Isn't that beautiful? The sacred 8/8 Lion's Gate is the cosmic pulse of Sirius and the great central sun, which is aligning with our hearts and initiating a higher octave of remembrance. It is not just a portal, it's a frequency gate, an ignition point in our soul's architecture where memory and mission are being braided together in one golden frame. Now, what that's about is that we're coming back to a time of activation to remember who we are on a soul level, to weave in that feeling, sensation, and knowing through our bodies into a new reality, that we're the ones who are also portals. So you're not walking through time anymore. You're actually weaving it. I want you to imagine that every intention, every breath, every action is about weaving a new reality with greater resonance to your soul's heart and your soul's remembrance. Every time you step forward, you unseal a codex or a living body of understanding within yourself that was written by your oversoul a long time ago. That these are codes of divine will, as I said earlier, harmonic purpose, and radiant embodiment. This is the month when your soul makes a vow not to try harder, but to be truer and more resonant in alignment with your soul self. The Sirians and the Lyrans are nearby. They're bringing star guidance that are helping restore sovereign coherence. The Sirian and Lyran councils are especially close now. They're guiding us through the frequency bands of remembrance, creativity, and sovereign service. August is very alchemical month. It's helping fire become gold and truth become the path. The Sirian sapphire flame is working through your solar plexus now. It's helping to clear shame, guilt, and all stories of powerlessness. It's calling in to dissolve the cords of control or coercion. So, any way that we've been dominated, we've been coerced, we've been made to believe a certain thing that separates us from our soul and our empowered selves, that is dying. It is being dissolved by these energies so that we can step into our power, reclaim our soul's understanding and knowing, working on really receiving. But it's more than mental, it's more than work. It's really that all these energies coming in are helping us align and be coherent with that, noticing that the death of the old way of being is happening right now. And that's why the world looks so crazy. So, this energy, let me see, I lost my place because I kept talking. The golden flame of Lyra is reminding us that joy is our true inheritance, that the more that we play, the more that we remember. That inviting this flame to rise in your creative self through painting, singing, moving, and tending to your body as your temple is part of the return to your soul self embodied in your human form. Together, these star frequencies are realigning your will and love as one. It is about empowering yourself as the embodiment of the Creator. So, we have some overview of the challenges taking place this month. With the frequencies coming in, it may overwhelm your nervous system a bit or a lot. So, with this Lionsgate happening, we're actually in the portal. It began July 26th, and it's moving us in through the portal all the way through August 8th, and actually we'll still keep feeling it through August 10th at least. And depending on how sensitive you are, it may be a bigger range of time for you. So this is intensifying light, bringing in higher octaves of energy, or it's like helping your light body and your physical self hold a higher wattage of light. So you may feel overstimulated, anxious, or weary at times. You're in a recalibration process. So rest, recalibrate, and ground into Mother Earth's magnetic field. This is not a regression, it's actually an integration. This is a time where the shadow may resurge as you're stepping into your soul radiance. So know that as this light is coming in, it's allowing the dense energies of old misunderstandings or misalignments to arise, the shadows. And so don't be dismayed. It's things that have been hidden that need to come to the surface so that the light can pierce them to bring truth and to dissolve the things that are not true or not love. Old identities are falling away. Fears of being invisible or visible, meaning that as you come into your remembrance of who you are on a soul level, you may feel vulnerable or exposed. And this is something that is fading from the past. Ancestral vows of silence might be rising so that the light can transform them and bring you into your wholeness. Let it happen. These are all echoes of the past that are dissolving now in this light. Don't collapse into this. Breathe light into every shadow, and you'll find more and more balance, more and more wholeness. So, creativity, confusion, or delay. What does that mean? If your vision feels scattered mid-month, it's because you're learning to listen differently. That to create is not with force, it's with resonance. So if you have some projects or new ways of being that you're bringing in, let the fire slowly purify and re-clarify your visions that align you with your inner knowing and allow them to match what's truly within you. That if some things fall away, they weren't resonant. That this is about coherence. And as you stay steady in your heart and soul alignment, the right alignments will appear to you. The lion's initiation, the gate on 8-8, can also feel like a lot of pressure, particularly between 8-7 and 8-10. So this is not a failure to activate. This is actually you bringing in more encodement that is from your soul. You can't miss out on this. You've prepared for this. Just be present in this time. Notice what's moving through. Stay in the light with your attitude and your thoughts. Allow the things to fall away that need to fall away. And breathe. Your presence will allow you to ease the pressure. That you're moving out of linear time as you're activating this new sense of yourself. It's all about being present, and this will assist you in your process. There's also the energy of your higher self coming through your soul star. So imagine above your crown is this energy of your cosmic solar star self. That is your oversoul or your higher self that's beginning to descend more clearly through your crown into your energy bodies and your physical self. This is part of the plan. That you're in a lifetime where you have the opportunity to be fully embodied in your light, to be radiant, to be illuminated. That will be clearing away falsities so that you can be radiant in your wisdom and your expansiveness. This bridges your oversoul with your inner child self. And it's allowing you to awaken what is your original self, your source self, to be radiant, rooted, and real. That everything that's pretend or false is falling away so you can be fully confident to be your authentic wild self. So your creative resonance is expanding. After the Lion's Gate, with the new moon energy on the 23rd, you are bringing in a powerful window to launch new projects. So this kind of was referred to earlier. As you build now, there's longevity and resonance that's encoded with purpose. You're aligning to your soul's mission more now than ever before, and it's going to come more and more into your physical self. So use that new moon energy and the energy of the Lion's Gate this month to plant your seeds and to give light to all that you are creating, and know that this is for an expanded version of yourself, your future self coming into form with all the projects that are built of your heart. There will be sacred synchronicities and soul reunions. So we're becoming more and more resonant on a soul level, which is attracting our soul tribe and our kindred spirits to come more and more into our lives. So be open that you're going to meet kindred spirits, beloveds returning to you from other time, space, physically or spiritually. that this soul contracts are being activated now, that bring in grace, that align with resonance, and not by seeking or chasing anything. So let's talk more about the Lion's Gate that's about 8/8/2025. It's a stargate of sovereign light. It marks the heliacal rising of Sirius, the spiritual sun behind our sun, and a harmonic alignment between Earth, Orion's belt, and the great central sun. This is a day the golden codes of your divine architecture are reawakened. This year's 8/8 is intensified by the near full moon the following day and the Uranian harmonics that bring a quantum leap potential onto your timeline. You're not simply receiving energy, you are remembering your original encoding. This is a day of conscious co creation. What you speak, you re energize. What you choose, you anchor. So be very clear what you are calling in, what you are claiming, what you are not only asking for, but what you are creating. There's a few ritual ideas of what you might do on 8/8. You can come to my place. We're going to have it happening here, but if you're not anywhere near, you can go find a place to stand barefoot on the earth and speak aloud your soul vow for this cycle. Place your hands on your heart and say, I choose to remember who I truly am. Call upon the lion elders of Sirius and the lion flame keepers asking, show me my true fire. The full moon in Aquarius follows on the next day, and the future cries out through the heart. This Aquarius full moon arrives like a thunderclap of clarity. It is the soul's vision looking back at itself and saying, you are ready now. Expect activations around collective service, innovation, radical soul truth, and liberation from outdated roles. The moon carries a higher harmonic tone, a calling to step into your field of influence as a frequency, not an identity. Your soul evolution focus during this time is to say yes to your inner vision. Release the masks of pleasing, hiding, or performing. Let go of all that is false and come home to yourself to be authentically you without apology. Anchor your work of your soul into the collective field, not from ego, but from soul signature. It's a vibration of resonance that you know that is so true to be you. Let that shine. A ritual focus at this time can be to speak to your future self, light a candle and write a letter to yourself of who you are becoming, helping you now accept the greater you that you've already called in and is alive. Offer any roles, labels, or personas that you've outgrown and put them in a fire. Let the stars carry them into the compost. And then say out loud, I am no longer who I was. I become who I am. This is a powerful statement that activates your divine expansiveness of all who you are. Your I am presence is your oversoul or higher self, and ultimately the origin self of your very being. So the new moon in Virgo comes on August 23rd this year. The soul makes everything sacred practical. Virgo brings order to your cosmic downloads. This new moon asks, what structure will support your soul's flame? It is time to rework your daily patterns, create aligned containers, and build systems that nourish your true mission. This is not about perfection, it is about resonance. You are being called to sacred stewardship of your energy, your physical body, your service, and your time. The new moon soul focus anchors your vision into daily reality. Make sacred your routines. Bring order to what matters. If you need help, White Buffalo Calf Woman is one who is a very good holy woman or divine being who helps you understand that life is a ceremony. So now is the time to make sacred every part, from the wounds to the glorious graduations of joy, is to bless yourself and all of your world. Take a moment during this new moon to write, plan, and organize, to recommit to your practices. Embodiment is a holy act. Your body is the temple. Call your allies to help you birth the next creation into form, whomever they may be. Spirit animals, angels, ancestors, call them all. They're here to help you now. And here's a little recommendation on what it's time to let go of in August. As we mentioned before, it's time to let go of all the masks, to let go of any performance for approval. It's time for authenticity. Pause before each action or choice and ask, am I doing this to be seen or to be true? Then consciously move the mask of performance. Breathe into your heart and act from the fire of authenticity rather than hunger for validation. There's no more clinging to the past out of fear. Let it die with some dignity. When old stories or identities rise, bless them with gratitude and then visualize placing them into a sacred fire and whisper, I honor what was, but I no longer live there, allowing the ashes to become fertile ground for your soul's becoming. This month we need to let go of over-responsibility. Carry only what is yours. Return the rest. Scan your body and feel at day's end and ask, what burdens am I holding that are not mine? And then speak aloud, I release what is not mine to carry. By speaking so creates a vibration of transformation. And then visualize handing it back to source or returning it to the rightful soul with love and freedom. It's also time to get over avoidance of any sacred structures. Your mission needs a container or a vessel. Instead of resisting routine, choose one meaningful structure each day. Be it journaling, going to the altar, or a sacred schedule that allows you to deepen your roots of your soul and light into this world, to honor it. It's a place to declare, this is the temple where my soul can breathe and create, allowing form to become the container for your fire to flow through. Honor your body to bring in the light of your own soul here and now, that your body is your sacred temple. We too often have been taught to ignore it or not to love it. Now is the time to transform that along with every part of your life to come home into sacredness, that you are in a body for a reason and it's sacred and that you are worthy. Always have been. So the tools for soul navigation. There is a lion's breath to release fear and reclaim your voice. It's a powerful yogic breathing practice that releases fear, tension, and suppressed emotion by activating your throat chakra and solar plexus. So imagine sitting up with a fierce exhale and an open mouth with your extended tongue. It clears stagnant energy and awakens your authentic voice, restoring courage, presence, and personal power. It just feels good to do it anyway, especially if you've got anything you've pushed down inside of you. Let it out. Find a safe and sacred place to let this breath come through and see how different you feel, both in your belly and in your voice and every part of you. Solar plexus healing with sapphire healing light is also a very good way, especially if you're overwhelmed. Place your hands on your solar plexus and breathe deeply, visualizing a spiral sapphire flame entering your center, cooling overwhelm, dissolving fear, and restoring calm, clear power at your core. This may be needed many times this month and in the future as you continue to shift into presence and knowing that you're safe to be fully authentically empowered as you and bring all your soul gifts forward. There's a daily joy invocation I encourage to each morning to greet the day. And it goes like this, speaking it aloud. I greet this day as a sovereign being of light. I allow joy to guide me. What a great way to start the day. I highly encourage it. This speaks your intention. This brings you into presence. It's very powerful to restore this in your very being. And then there's another recommendation of counseling with your future self. To call in this higher future self that has already been through what you've gone through and has wisdom. So it's a good time to ask this higher self or this future self, what timeline do I choose now? Imagine that you're in a very powerful time to step into a higher timeline that's got more grace, more ease, more prosperity, more joy, more authenticity, and more embodiment of your own light. And I'd like to give a final blessing to this time. This is a month to rise, not to rush. It is a time to burn true as your authentic self, not to burn out. So you are the temple and the torch, the initiate and the sovereign. The Lion's Gate opens not just a door to the cosmos, but a door within your being. Walk through it and let your radiance become the path. So I hope this inspires you, that it encourages you to be in this energy, to be present, and to know that everything is moving forward in light, and that you're transforming into more and more love, more and more light, more and more unity and oneness. Many blessings. Katherine Skaggs.